a dove is just a white pigeon.
Yeah.
And pigeons are basically flying rats.
The people who are able to forgive themselves are more able to forgive others.
Yes.
If you're someone who is really hard on yourself, you're going to be hard on others.
Yeah, I could have been like, oh, you don't trust me, blah, blah, blah. I can't even take my phone to the bathroom. I was like, well, should she trust you?
Yeah.
No.
People will try and label you. People will try and define you and attack you and throw insults and stuff at you. If not, persecute you like your very life.
He can maul you, right, with one swipe. Well, go straight for your jugular. But he doesn't and treats you as gentle as a lamb. That's meekness.
Kia ora everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Riverwall podcast. I'm Jessie.
And I'm Jerry. Today on the podcast, we're going to talk about the first of a two-part series on kingdom culture. And we'll get into why it's a two-part series soon, but first, just wanted to acknowledge that it's been a hard month for us.
Physically very battered. We are recovering on the tail end of like a really bad cough. Jerry's been out for like a week and a half.
Yeah, I said just 2 weeks.
2 weeks due to the cough. I started getting it. I also like dislocated my kneecap for like the 6th time at a wedding.
We started with you dislocating your kneecap, right?
Yes.
And then we came back. And then I started getting a really sore throat.
Yeah.
Which turned into a cough, and it hasn't gone away. But the cough isn't the hard part. It's the fact for like basically up until yesterday. I would cough non-stop, especially if I lay down.
Yeah, Jerry, you didn't have sleep for like a week.
Yeah, I literally sleep in as much as I can, but it was only like 2-3 hours a day maximum. And it was not like 2 or 3 hours straight. Yeah. So it's been hard.
Yeah, and then also some family stuff as well.
Yeah, it's also, here my dad was rushed to the ED with a blood pressure of over 240. For the medical people out there.
You know what that means.
You know what that means. Yeah, the doctor said he's very lucky to not have had a stroke or organ damage. But he's still there. He's still in hospital. Yeah.
So it's just it's been a month. It's been one of those months. But we're here, and I have to say we both feel very at peace about everything.
We both feel we're on solid ground, right? Which is great.
Yeah. But anyway, back to the podcast itself.
Yes. So why are we spending so long on kingdom culture?
Well, so we always intended to do something on kingdom culture after we explored different aspects of Chinese culture.
Because we always not only want to say like, here's the aspects of our culture that is probably not fitting with God. We want to also explore what is culture supposed to be like? What is kingdom culture? So that's why we want to do it, right?
Yeah. And then as we started brainstorming more, it just like, there's this kind of aspect, there's that aspect, and it kind of got a bit like...
Well, there's actually a lot.
There's a lot, and I feel like we should just go all out. So that's why it's going to be a 2-part series. And if this is your first time here, our podcast really is formed off the back of our articles that we write every week. It goes out in our newsletter. You can find them all down in the description box if you want some more reading around some of the topics we raise. It basically it will be a 2-part series where we go over all the articles that we've already written, and then next month there will be another 4 articles about kingdom culture as well.
Yeah. I mean, shall we start with the first one then? Heaven is not a democracy. And you've mentioned before that you couldn't date someone who wasn't at least politically aware. You know, they don't have to be like in a party or anything, but they got to at least be aware of politics and care a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, and to clarify as well, I don't know if I could date someone who's actually
in politics.
Yeah,
no, that's a different animal, right?
That's next level.
Yeah.
And you know, for me, there is like, you're not going to find one party that you fully 100% align with. I often, I don't vote for the same party in every election, necessarily.
No loyalty.
Yeah, no loyalty, literally no loyalty. So if I was to date someone who was at a party, that would just be like, yeah.
Well, you can date someone and not vote for their party.
That's true.
Hey, I like you. But
not your party.
Yeah. I like you. I don't like your party, and I don't think you're a great politician. So I'm not gonna vote for you. But
I feel like that could raise some issues, but anyway, all hypothetical.
Yeah, anyway.
None of us are in a party.
No.
But what I mean when I say is like, I couldn't date someone who wasn't interested in politics. It's like, I think you kind of have to care a little bit.
I mean, in a democratic country like New Zealand, if you don't care at least a little bit or enough to actually find out what each party is, their policies are,
yeah,
at least a little bit, and then actually turn up to vote, it's kind of irresponsible, right?
Yeah, that is how I feel about it.
To me, that's the sign of an immature person. So yeah,
I guess some hot takes today.
I guess you care a little bit. If you're in a authoritarian country and you can't change anything, that's a different story.
It is
right?
a different story, yeah.
But
I'd say, like, if you live in a democracy, the fact that you can vote is like, it's such a privilege, because like you say, if you see so many people living in countries where they can't vote, they don't have any say, they don't have any voting power to be able to change the government.
I mean, it's just, we should move on from this, or we could start talking about this the whole podcast. Anyway. How do you feel about the fact that heaven won't be a democracy? You know, we kind of grew up in a democracy, and then it's kind of like ingrained into us, like that's the gold standard, and then it's like, oh, it's so terrible every time a country's not a democracy. Right? They're like, they're dictators, they're abusing human rights.
That's definitely the view, right?
Yeah,
that's definitely the view.
It might or might not be true, but that's definitely the view, right? There isn't going to be politics like we have in this world. Right?
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that?
I think when I'll take a step back and talk about when I was starting to look at topics for kingdom culture, there was some obvious ones. And then this one kind of just came up as I was thinking and exploring a bit more. And I have to say, I've never really thought about heaven in this way. Because, like you say, heaven's going to be theocratic, which is like, there is a king, God.
Yeah, God is
who
in
makes all the rules. He keeps the law. Like, we don't get a say in, hey, God, I think we should change this law to this.
Actually, we do. I think we do get a say. It's just your say, they're merely suggestions.
Yes.
You know, like, I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
But it's not like, you can negotiate and wrestle with God in heaven too.
No, that's
right?
true.
Yeah.
But like, ultimately, like, we can't, there's no one, sorry, what I mean to say is there's no one who's going to be like, able to like, okay, I'm going to make the laws now.
Yeah, exactly,
kind of thing.
exactly.
You know, like, God is king.
Yeah.
And so what he says is final.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about that because from a democratic point of view, it's like, what? I can't, my vote doesn't
count
in that way.
Yeah.
And you know, we always talk about like, it's your right to vote. So it is a bit of a like dissonance. There's a bit of conflict there as someone who's grown up in a democratic society.
Yeah.
But for me, I think the more I thought about it, it was like, Well, the point of politics in the world is because it's fallen. So we have a right to vote to be able to change governments out. Because their policies are not the best, right? They're not doing the best for the people. But in heaven, God's policies, whatever you want to call it, they're going to be perfect.
They're the best for everyone.
They're the best for everyone.
Yeah.
And so there's not that need to change the leader.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So in that way, I was able to be like, oh yeah, like I don't. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about it?
I feel less like I think I care less about democracy, because for me it's a tool to, like you said, get rid of tyrannical governments without bloodshed. You know, otherwise the only way to change governments is to have a civil war, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? But
Coup.
The point of it, and the goal of it, is to do the best for the people, and God can do that. So I have no qualms about not being able to vote like we can here. You know, I actually tend to agree with some of the ancient Greeks about democracy. Like Socrates had his own doubts about it, because it's like, well, if everyone gets a vote, the majority could be wrong, right? So for me, it's never been about having a vote. It's about doing what's best, and God knows what's best. So I have no issues with it at all. Even coming from someone who has a lot of issues with authority, but it's like, it's different, you know?
God's different.
I don't know. Anyway.
What would you say to someone who feels uncomfortable about that idea?
I asked them, like, what are you uncomfortable about? About the fact that you can't vote. But like I said, you can petition God.
Yeah.
I think he wants us to actually use our brains and use our freedom, and I think he'd like to discuss things with us. And as you know, I get that from when Jesus discussed things with, like in the Transfiguration, we discussed things with Moses and Elijah. Because we're just humans, created beings, and God knows what's best. What does he want to discuss with us for? So we can participate, have a part, have ownership of the kingdom. We're citizens of heaven, right? That's fun. It's just, hey, there's a really good safeguard that we can't screw it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also wrote the second article about serpents and doves.
Yep.
And I said in my article that neither snakes or doves are animals that I'm particularly fond of. What about you?
Yeah, I don't like either of them either. Because like you said in the article, a dove is just a white pigeon.
Yeah.
And pigeons are basically flying rats. So, no thank you. Are very dirty animals. Yeah, it's just that they're uniform and one color. Like some of the city pigeons we have, they look speckled, and they look like they're sick and damaged, and you know. Sometimes that's why we they look like they have a disease or something, you know. And then snakes are just freaky, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'm really glad. Hey, one of the best things about living in New Zealand is we have no snakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
No snakes here.
Yeah.
Except the ones in human form.
Okay. Some real hot takes today.
Yeah. I might be one of them, I don't know.
Yeah. Although, I read somewhere that even though New Zealand, we don't have like snakes that are native to New Zealand, but there's some snakes that apparently can swim in the sea.
Oh yeah, some have been popping up on the West Coast.
In New Zealand.
Yeah,
and that is...
They swim over from Australia.
I'm like, just stay in Australia, okay?
Yeah. No, there's been articles for years, news articles for years now, of people finding washed up snakes, sometimes alive, I think.
Yeah.
So I just hope they don't establish themselves.
A colony.
Yeah. We're told to be wise as serpents, but as innocent as doves in the Bible. And Jesus is probably the best example of this, right? What comes to mind when you think about him?
I think when we're looking at Jesus, because it's really interesting. The Bible uses that contrast between the two animals and the two different characteristics. There's like really wise, but also innocent. And Jesus encompasses both because you can't fault him.
No.
Like he never did anything
wrong.
Morally, or just wrong in general, I guess.
Or like sinful. I should say sinful.
Sinful.
I'm sure, as he grew up in his human limitation, learning to do carpentry, he might have screwed up a few pieces.
Yeah.
As he grew in stature and mind, but he never sinned.
Yeah, he never sinned. But yet, he was very wise about the way that he dealt with people, and you really need to be both navigating this world. And if we go back, if you actually look at this, where Jesus says this, bears wise serpents innocent as doves, he's saying it to his 12 disciples who are about to go out
into the world,
and you can't preach that the kingdom of God is near. And so and in the article I say, he lists all these dangers that are awaiting them, and then he gives them this verse and is like, you need these two characteristics for the work that you're about to do. And Jesus was totally like that, especially if you look at it with the Pharisees. Sometimes he walked away. So a lot of the times he answered their questions with another question.
Yeah. He never really got into it with someone for the sake of an argument.
No.
He just
Yeah. And so learning what that looks like in our lives is a very important tool for us to be able to navigate this world.
Yeah. Yeah. What I think of when I hear this phrase, be as wise as serpents and innocent as doves, is be wise, have wisdom, be aware of what's out in the world, but don't partake of it. Be as innocent as a dove. Don't join them. Don't look to hurt people. Don't look to, push others down, to lift yourself up. But know that that's coming to you. And then, but when you're wise, you can handle it. Right? You can navigate it. But when you're innocent, you don't do that to other people.
Yeah.
What's an example in your life where you've had to be as wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove?
I think definitely work experience.
Work, yeah.
Yeah, with different colleagues. I can recall, going into a new space where, you're the new person, and often people you work alongside are not the same age, often a lot older, and then there's also cultural differences, and the way one person in particular spoke to me was just quite, I found rude. I don't know if they were being intentionally, or that's just the way they talked.
But condescending.
Giving them the benefit of the doubt. I don't know, maybe it's a cultural thing. But, for example, they would also give me mixed messages. I'll come in, it was my first day, and they would tell me, oh, just put your bag down. And I was like, oh, is there a specific place? And oh, just anywhere. And so I put it down in a certain place, and oh, you can't put it there. And so then it's like, bruh. Yeah. Okay. And so that would happen a couple of times, and then for me, you can either choose to be really passive aggressive, just build resentment, don't say anything and take it, blow it up.
And if you don't do anything or say anything and just hold it in, it will blow up eventually.
Yeah, right? That's right. So I had to go away. I prayed about it, and then I realized that I was like, I need to be wise about this. And And so I went back, and then it happened again when they told me to do something, but actually I couldn't do what they wanted me to do. So I just said, okay, well, you told me to do this, but this is the reality, so what do you want me to do? Just very firmly, and with this particular person, because they kind of like, they would just move on quite quickly sometimes. So if I didn't do that, say it very firmly at that time, they would just move on, and it would just be like...
And then you can't say anything about it anymore, right? Because it's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And then they actually stopped, and they said, oh, sorry, no, like, you need to use this one to call this person or whatever. And so that worked a lot better. And then I also learnt, because sometimes they would tell me to do something, but then afterwards be like, oh, why are you doing this? You need to be doing this. So then when they told me to do something, I'll repeat that back to them. I'll be like, okay, so you want me to do this? And they'll be like, yes. And then afterwards, if they came to me like, why are you doing this? Well, you told me. Do you remember? I confirmed with you before I left to do this.
Yeah.
So it's that's wisdom, I would say. Do you have anything else you want to add there? How about you? Do you have situations where you feel like...
I feel like, I don't know, maybe there's a lot of situations maybe I should have been wiser or should have been more innocent and wasn't. It's a journey with God. But hey, wisdom is one of the only things in the Bible where God explicitly promises if you ask, you will receive. So for anyone lacking wisdom, ask God and He will give it to you. So that's some good news, right?
Yeah.
If we lack it, we can ask. Yeah. And I think for me, sometimes I find it hard being innocent in terms of like not wanting to retaliate or not wanting to fight back, or like if something does someone to me to piss me off, well, not really piss me off, but wrongs me, let's say. I sometimes feel like there's a real big desire in me to get revenge, to get justice, to see them get karma. So that's not really as innocent as a dove, you know. That's more like wanting to take vengeance for myself.
Yeah.
But I think one thing that's really helped me to overcome that is the truth that God is my vindicator, that He is more fair than I could ever be, and that injustice, because that's I think one thing that really pisses me off is when I feel like there's been injustice.
You feel very strongly about justice.
Yeah, fairness, things like that God can restore it, and He can use any evil thing for good, as seen by the story of Joseph, right?
Yeah.
Not saying that what happened to him or the evil things are good, but God can use it and turn it around. So that puts me at a lot of peace to be able to move on without being like, oh, I want to punch them in the face, or I want bad things to happen to them.
Yeah. I think that ties in really nicely to our third article, which is about mercy and forgiveness.
Yeah.
And in the article, I shared how I viewed forgiveness and mercy previously, like just that I felt like it was being a pushover. And I also shared how I naturally tend to deal with people who wrong me, which is to cut them off.
Yeah. Definitely a family tradition. Anyway.
Okay. We might cut that part out.
Okay. Keep it in, G. Why? It's true.
Maybe we can talk about that another time.
Yeah, another time. Yeah.
How did you view forgiveness in the past? And I guess you kind of shared how you deal with people who've wronged you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess my view of forgiveness in the past was very black and white. Like, if forgiveness means not holding a grudge against someone, but also pretending like nothing happened. Forgive and forget, forgive and forget, forgive and forget, right? And I thought forget meant forget it happened, which I could never do. And then I thought, oh, I'm being unforgiving. And then it was like, almost like forgiveness is something that I have to forgive, you know? Like with a lot of things, self-reliant, family trait of mine.
Yeah.
And then I thought if you've forgiven someone, you'd have to let them back in your life and kind of have no boundaries, basically. Like if you have your guard up or you have boundaries against someone, you haven't forgiven them. That's, I guess, what I thought. But I guess we know now that forgiveness and trust are not the same thing.
Yes.
And what I was doing was conflating, or I was making forgiveness and trust the same thing. So you can forgive someone, but you don't have to trust them.
Yeah.
Right, and that is just, you don't hold grudges against them.
Yeah.
You don't treat them like differently in terms of how you respect them. But there needs to be boundaries until they earn your trust back.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, and I think you've touched on some really good points about what forgiveness is there, like what it actually is. Yeah, it's not holding someone's past actions against them. It's not like...
It's not judging them or like sticking a label on them and being like,
you're always going to be that person.
You're always going to be like that. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But yes, it is different from trusting them again.
Yeah.
You can't just go back to the way things were.
Yeah.
Because there was a breach of trust.
Yeah, there was hurt. I mean, it's like if someone came to us and borrowed money, say $1,000, nothing big, and then they never returned it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I forgive you. I don't mind. But if you come to borrow money again, I'm not borrowing it to you until you pay back that first $1,000, right?
Because that's not trust. Like, that's not smart trust.
No, that's how you become a pushover.
Yeah.
And then you become a pushover, but then you're resentful because all these things are happening and you feel like you can't do anything because that's unforgiving. That's a very bad cycle.
A very dangerous, vicious cycle.
Yes, to get to really, really drown in resentment.
Yeah.
That is the formula.
Yeah. And yeah, like I use the example of even our salvation. Yes, our sins are forgiven, but there was a cost.
Yes.
That cost was Jesus' life.
Yeah.
And we're not just going to pretend that cost didn't happen.
No, that's right. Yeah, God forgives us. Jesus still had to die.
Yeah.
There's consequences.
There are consequences when you wrong people, but the good part about forgiveness is that it opens the door to allow the other person to rebuild, to regain that trust.
Yeah, it opens the door to restoration. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. But then, like, if you're the person who's wronged and the other person, they've, like, come to a realization that they've wronged you and they want to rebuild trust, then true forgiveness means that you will open the door to them and lay out the terms in which they can rebuild that.
Yeah, give them some targets.
Yes.
Give them some steps to say like, hey, this is how we can rebuild trust.
Yeah.
Do 1, 2, 3. And it's not giving them, if you don't give someone targets or explain to them what they can do, there's too much room for miscommunication, it's just kind of unfair.
It is.
Because then they don't know what they're doing wrong if they're just like, you don't give them anything and then they do something wrong again and then you blow up. And it's like, well...
You're just holding them captive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not actually helpful for anyone, right?
No.
One thing that's helped me be a better forgiver, because it's, you know, it is practice as well, but it's also having the right perspective on things, looking at things with God in the picture, that, you know, no one can harm me because God is with me. So whatever happens, you know, God is sovereign, you know, He's in control. And so then, with that in mind, what everyone does is not crucial. Whatever they do. And God can change anyone. Right. So with those things in mind, it's like we don't actually have the right to judge people. And what I mean by judge people is make a judgment that you're going to be like this forever. This is who you are.
Yeah.
Like
define them.
Yeah. We can't define them. But we do and have to make judgments of like, hey, you did this and it's wrong.
Yeah.
And
when you showed up in this particular situation and you did this, that was wrong.
Yeah.
Well, that hurt me.
Yeah.
Or, you know, whatever.
Yeah. And something that Jessica Adele taught us at the Living Wisdom Mini School was super helpful, in that we can describe people, right, but not judge people. So what is the difference? It's like, so that we use the money lending example, right? Judging someone is like, oh, you borrowed money from me and you didn't return it, you're always going to be a thief. So you're basically a thief and you'll always be a thief. That's judging. Describing is, you borrowed money from me and you didn't return it, and by that action, you've proven yourself to be untrustworthy. And that's an accurate description of the current state.
Yep.
But we didn't go one step further to close the door for reconciliation by saying you'll always be like that.
Yeah.
Right, because God can change anyone. And I think has been something super helpful for me in being able to be more innocent like a dove and forgive people, but yet being wise as a serpent and protecting myself with boundaries. Right, it
That's
kind
good.
of all plays into each other.
It does, yeah. And I think there's another point to add as well. I feel like as I have grown and walked with the Lord, I realize the people who are able to forgive themselves are more able to forgive others.
Yes.
If you're someone who is really hard on yourself, you're going to be hard on others.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time you have the same standard for everyone.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of like if you're unforgiving, you're unforgiving to yourself and others.
Yeah.
There's some cases where people are unforgiving to others but not themselves, and that's a different issue. But I think for, a lot of people, they are like that. I've noticed that too.
Yeah, because I speak that because I was like that. And as soon as I could start being a bit more forgiving to myself, being like, okay, it's okay to make a mistake, or it's okay to whatever.
It's okay to screw up.
Yeah,
once in a
then
while.
it's like when other people do it, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not holding someone's past actions against them. What does that look like in real life? I guess we have a very cutting true life story of forgiveness, right?
Yeah.
Very exposing story, but
Yeah.
you know, expose yourself before God does. And it's the story of my pornography addiction. Do you want to talk about it? Or should I talk about it?
I can talk about it.
You talk about the forgiveness part.
Yeah.
I'll talk about the good that came after it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, like, found out that Jerry was struggling with watching porn after we'd been married for a little while. And, like, For me, it wasn't and actually I think we're going to have like a whole episode.
Maybe, yeah, because it's quite a big topic.
It's quite a big topic, but today we just wanted, because I feel like it was a really good example
of forgiveness.
Forgiveness and how to build back trust, which is why we're bringing it up today. But just for some context, when I found out, it wasn't like, I was like, oh, how could he do this or whatever, because actually I've gone through my own struggle with reading erotica. So I totally understood like how you could be trapped in it and how it could just take over your life. Like I was reading erotica for like probably 8 years or whatever as a teenager, and then growing up in my early 20s. So there wasn't that kind of how dare he blame or anything like that. But it was a breach of trust. I think I felt more like the fact that he hid it from me hurt more than actually the watching pornography, or like the fact that he was struggling with watching pornography. And so then we, like, I obviously forgave him, and it was very willingly.
Oh yes, you were very gracious.
Yeah.
I experienced so much grace from you, and I have to commend you for that. I didn't feel like there's already a lot of shame, right? But I didn't feel like you added to any of it, and actually because of your reaction and your forgiveness and grace is what allowed us to get help, right?
Yeah. And so then after that, we put in steps for Jerry to earn back my trust in the area.
Yeah.
So one of them was talking to our pastors about it, who were also like, they've journeyed with us through our whole relationship.
I talked to, we talked to our pastors. I talked to one of my best friends. Just like bring it into the light as much as we can while using discernment. It's not like we had to announce it to the world, but definitely letting people know who we trusted and who could support us. Going to a counselor.
And then even, so those are kind of like community things, but even at home, it was kind of also things like when we go to bed together.
Yeah.
Especially at the start.
Yeah, at the start. Before I earned your trust back.
Yeah.
I don't stay up later, or like at least I'll be in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Don't take your phone into the bathroom.
Yeah.
Things like that. It's like very practical steps.
Yeah.
Right. And then for anyone who's like, I guess there's a danger or like a possibility of, I could have been like, oh, you don't trust me, blah, blah, blah. I can't even take my phone to the bathroom. I was like, well, should she trust you?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's how you navigate it.
Yeah. And then Jerry was also very proactive with being like, oh, hey, I thought about it today. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Or like,
yeah. Or like, I opened the website, but I closed it straight away.
Yeah.
Or I tell you where the times I failed.
Yeah.
Which honestly, we've gotten so much better. Hey? And the good that came out of it is like, oh, actually, I opened up to Jess. I guess it's the first person that I opened up to about all the abuse that I suffered. The reason for the addiction. And I could actually get some counselling to address the root causes of it.
Yeah.
Right? And I think, this needs to be another podcast episode, a full one, about
the reasons
behind porn addiction, erotica addiction.
Yeah. My own journey with it as well.
Yeah. All the damage that was done to me as a kid that drove me into it. But actually, we can say in theory that God can comfort all our needs, but until you actually go to Him and experience it for yourself, we're going to have a lot of other idols we run to, and I guess that's part of being in the fallen world. But yeah, that's a great example of forgiveness, I guess.
Yeah. And it really did bring us closer.
It did. Yeah.
And built up our marriage.
Yeah, and not only our marriage, but I guess our relationship with God. Because I had this place that I was hiding. And I'm talking not only the porn, I'm talking the sexual abuse I suffered, the emotional abuse I suffered. All these things that I was covering and I wasn't willing to, not only I wasn't sharing with Jess, I wasn't sharing with God either. And that was the place I was hanging on to, being like, no, this is too shameful. Right? But I guess it got exposed. The whole lot. And I guess you can't have forgiveness without honesty, right?
No.
And you can't have forgiveness without actually saying, this is an issue, right? You have to face it. And it was hard. Super shameful. But it's, now that we've gone through it, it's for the best, I guess. It's for the better. We're both more free.
Yes. And it's kind of like when you work through something that's super shameful and you realize that I am still loved either way. It's very, would you say, very healing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very healing. It's very life-changing. I think through that experience for both of us, we experienced, kind of understood more what the love of God is like. Because it's not based on your performance. And then we heal because we accept it, you know. And God's love is what heals us. Like the love is what heals us. It's not like sort yourself out and then I'll love you, you know.
Yeah.
It's more like, let me sort you out because I love you, right?
That's a good way to put it.
Which is basically the whole message of Christianity, right?
What is the consequence of unforgiveness? And have you seen it played out?
I think unforgiveness is one of the most interesting and damaging emotions you can hold because it turns into hatred. You know, unforgiveness, resentment, hatred. And hatred is one of those interesting feelings because you hate another person and you're angry towards them and have all this negative emotional energy directed towards another person, but you're the one who suffers. They might not even know you hate them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So they're unaffected. So it's an emotion that's directed outward to someone else, but you're the one who bears all the consequences.
Yeah.
And anger and stress, it can affect you physically. Right? This is not anything new in the medical field.
Yeah.
It can affect you, make you really ill. So yeah, it's the one emotion that is directed towards someone else but only affects you.
Yeah.
And the consequences of it is just you live a horrible, miserable life. Right? And we have seen it played out in real life. Start noticing people who are just so bitter and they become like nothing good is in the world is good and everyone's out to get them. And so they cannot relax, they cannot rest, they cannot just enjoy anything.
They're looking to get offended.
They're looking to get
wronged.
hurt. Yeah, they're looking to get offended, they're looking to get wrong. And if you're looking for it, you'll find it in anything.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's just, when you get to that point, you love lies more than the truth. Right? And you look for things that don't exist. You're living in delusion, basically. And if you love lies, you're not going to want to be with God.
Yeah.
And so you'll willingly end up in hell. Because you don't want to be with the truth.
Yeah.
And that's the ultimate consequence, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's a consequence of your choosing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have heard it before I'm not sure exactly where, but unforgiveness is like drinking poison yourself and wanting the other person to die.
Yeah, that's a good way.
Yeah.
Nice, nice poetic way to put it. Yeah, it's drinking poison yourself and hoping someone else will die.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is, which is delusional, right?
Yeah. Cool.
So forgiveness is not just, it's not just about forgiving someone else. It's just about allowing yourself to move on.
Yeah,
as well.
That's a good way to put it.
It's about allowing yourself to grow and feel good and be happy and be filled with joy. Let go.
Yeah, because actually, unforgiveness keeps you trapped in that point. You're always stuck.
You're always
situation.
stuck in that situation. That's right. And it could have happened 10 years ago, but you keep getting reminded of it, and your emotions get brought right back to when it happened, right?
Yeah.
So you're constantly living in that all the time.
That's right. Whereas forgiveness, like you say, you're able to, it allows you to let go and allows you to grow from that situation.
That's right, yeah.
Cool. And then our last article is about meekness. Now, this has really been something that you've kind of discovered and then like really leaned into. Can you just briefly explain what is meekness and what is it not?
Okay, so what is meekness and what is it not? Meekness is not weakness. Meek is not weak. Meek is not being a pushover. Meek is not letting people walk all over you. It's not it's not holding your negative emotions in, or your holding a grudge, and not saying anything when something bad happens to you. Meekness is basically controlled strength. And I remember that definition from Stan, our pastor. And I thought it was a great definition. Because I was trying to be like, it's like, when you're like an MMA fighter, but you don't have to hit back every time someone bumps into you. And so it's a controlled strength, right? I think the picture in the Bible of God, of being both a lion at the same time a lamb, is a perfect image of meekness. Because he's as strong as a lion, but as not harmless, but as gentle as a lamb. And so when he can maul you, right, with one swipe, go straight for your jugular. But he doesn't, and treats you as gentle as a lamb. That's meekness. So being meek, when the Bible calls us to be meek, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. It's not a call to be weak and be a walkover, a pushover, and let people bully you. It's a call to become strong, but control that strength. So that no one can harm you.
Yeah. And wisdom plays, again, a very important role in knowing when to use your strength. And when to just control it.
And how much to use. Like if you're wrong, advocate for yourself. Advocate for yourself fiercely. But as much as you need to. Right? It's not like you have to start nailing nails with a sledgehammer. Right? Because it's like, that's overkill. But it's having a lot to do with self-control. And if you think of someone meek, who's truly meek, like Jesus, it's someone who's so incredibly strong, yet so self-controlled. Like, that's a dangerous combination, because then, like, what can stop you, right? I guess the alternative to meekness is you're just weak.
Right.
Or, so there's two options. You're either, meekness is you're strong, but you control your strength, right? Weakness is you're not strong, so you have no option to protect yourself. You can't. You're not capable of it. And then the third option is you're strong and you have no self-control and you're just a ticking time bomb. Right. And so, like, which of those three options do you want to be? There's only one right answer, right? Yeah. Is there anything you wanted to add about meekness? Like the definitions of it? Because I feel like what I just said was very, like, no real...
No, I think you covered it.
Okay.
That is what meekness
Well,
is.
then why do you think meekness is important as part of kingdom culture?
I was thinking about this, and I just feel like meekness is one of the foundational characteristics of God.
Yes. The lion and the lamb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lion and lamb. But also that the precursor to meekness is to be 100% sure of your identity and who you are.
And why do you say that?
Because if I think about, when I think about meekness, I think about Jesus, right? Because, yeah, he had all the power of the world, yet he chose to come onto the earth as a man. Like, frail, able to be sick, all of that, right? So that is meekness personified. And then when I think about meekness in terms of how he dealt, again, with the Pharisees and stuff like that, they kept attacking his identity, his character. They threw insults at him and threatened him, but he never felt like he had to prove himself or prove them wrong, because he was 100% sure of who he was. I don't need, like, you can say whatever lies you want, but I'm going to be self-controlled. I'm going to be meek because I know who I am. And I think for us as Christians, like, that is so important, because people will try and label you. People will try and define you and attack you and throw insults and stuff at you, if not persecute you like your very life in some cases across the world.
And they don't always come from the enemy. Enemy. Sometimes they'll come from people you respect in the church who will say, like, you know, very hurtful things to you. And then what do? You know, are you going to crumble because of some words someone else said, or not? And I really like what you said, because the foundational characteristic of meekness is strength and control. But where do we get our strength from? Being in the truth of God, right? That's where you get your strength from.
So why is meekness important for kingdom culture? Because that is how we overcome the world.
It's being strong on the foundation of the truth, right? It's not, let me beat you up every time you say something bad about me.
Or let me prove you wrong.
And I'll, you know, if I knock you out, or you ain't gonna say anything next time, they'll just think in their head, right? Or let me prove you wrong. It's like, who are you trying to prove wrong? Like, why is their opinion so important?
You don't get into pointless arguments.
No. Pointless arguments, pointless debates. I just love meekness, hey?
It's a superpower.
It's definitely a superpower. Because then, you know, you're grounded in the truth, and you're gentle, and you just do what, you know, you want to do with God, and God is with you, and you're just unstoppable, you know?
What does meekness look like in real life? Do you have any examples you could share?
I don't know if I have any super clear examples in my head right now, but I noticed that, like you said, after we had you know, experienced so much healing from God and rebuilding our identity on a firm foundation of what does God think of me, you know, and experiencing God's love so that we don't need any other form of, what's the word? Validation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found myself not arguing with people as much. Being okay when someone misunderstands me, or just says something quite insulting to my face. And the point is not like, oh, look at me, I'm so mature or anything. It's just like, that's just a better way to live. Because you feel happier and more joyful and a lot more grounded a lot more of the time, right? Instead of like having to blow. I'm someone who used to blow up a lot.
Yeah.
I think, especially when I felt wronged or misunderstood, I think that would really, really get to me. Not sure why.
Lots of past experiences.
Yeah. Also runs in my family. But yeah, I think I could even imagine life not being controlled by my emotions. And now, you know, when we control our emotions and our responses and how we see people, it's just so much, it's like a lighter, better way to live, right? Yeah, be more happy, more joyful, more capable, right? Because you're not going to blow up at work just because someone said something, or be bothered by stuff the whole day.
Yeah.
Freedom, it just feels like freedom, honestly.
It does.
Yeah, and
it is freedom.
when the Bible says the truth will set you free, it's really literal. Yeah. Yeah, I guess there's been times where people have said stuff to me and I've just been like, oh, okay. Like when they've, you know, made comments about my ability or my character. And then it gives us room to analyze that as well, like, is what they're saying true? Because if it's true, then we should thank them for pointing it out and actually make a change. But if it's not, then it's like water off a duck's back.
Yeah, I'm not going to accept that.
Yeah. And you can say to their face, like, I don't agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
But in a gentle tone.
Yeah.
Right, where it has to be like, nah, stuff you. Oh, how do you? Whack, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I think that's a good place to end.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. And hopefully our next month is less cray-cray.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next month for part 2.
Yeah, this has been a really crazy time. So, yeah. Apologies if things don't make sense because my brain right now is like...
See you guys.
Bye.